Alright, welcome back to another episode of Game Crafters, where today we're still going to be making some more prefabs if we can. I want to at least make I don't know how many I want to make actually. I know I need a decent amount if I want to fill up the landscape with a bunch of rocks and whatnot, but I need to figure out what kind of things I want to make everything flow together properly. So, yeah, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. So, don't really have much to talk about, I guess. I did finish up some things in Heavenly Deadland, but I have been playing Resident Evil 9 with the amount of time that I was able to acquire. Pretty good so far. I wouldn't say I had just made it to Raccoon City. I think I'm probably close to the end of the first section. I mean, I'm close to finishing it, so I might as well at least attempt to maybe get to the end, right? At some point. Of course, I still have to get two things finished here. I got 2 drawings to finish for this month, and I gotta see what I can do about getting Terraria Nukem Edition finished. Oh yeah, I also need to set up a post on DeviantArt to advertise the poll to remind people to vote for the characters in the other series that I have and who they want to see progress. Which we have a very interesting progression right now because right now Nizuka's in the lead of her round, which surprises me greatly because I didn't think that she would, be anywhere near the level necessary to technically beat someone like Beverly. Though, for those that don't know, it's my Portrait series characters. I guess the best way I can describe it is, regular characters as opposed to my more fantasy-esque characters like Gwyneth from Elementals Reborn or Roscoe Morgan from Roscoe Morgan, Legendary Gunslinger. I mean, he technically is a regular person, but also not really because of how talented he is with using a gun. But anyways, I am not sure how the hell I'm going to write the episode for that one. But we'll have to figure something out. I mean, that's a challenge, right? You gotta figure out how to have certain characters lose, and despite the fact that the characters beforehand lost greatly to the one specific character that they're going up against, somehow something changes. What happened to have changed their, I don't know. But we'll find out eventually. It seems a bit, I guess that's the point. We need to make more thicker mountains and whatnot, right? Thicker mountains. Well, anyways, drawing-wise, I have saving Rumi's limbs, because I have no clue if something happens to her in the next set of seasons. Toonami has yet to be able to get to air that. But they have been airing a couple of interesting ones that I've never heard of, i.e. Blue Lock and Tokyo Revengers. So far, those 2 have been good. Surprisingly engaging the soccer one. Very Little Women, but when you see her... Anyways, aside from that, the next and last thing for this month we'd have to get done with is Chrome Wars. Which, Chrome Wars, I have... I could probably close this for now to save up on GPU, CPU? Save up on something, I don't know what. Anyways, I have an objective that I have been trying to get to a point of doing, but I haven't found a good time to do it yet. I am revamping the Chrome Wars storyline, which I already did successfully for the cover that links to the episodes as well as the instance with the uh, brain turn on. The episodes, the 6 episodes. Why was that so hard for my brain to... I should say that I'm tired, and I'm recording this now before I get more tired. That's going to be the case. Like, regardless, it's just going to be the case. I'm always going to be tired, but at least I'll be less tired by the time I'm done with this. Hopefully, maybe. Not sure. But anyways, as I was saying, we have adjusted the story a bit to work in line with what I have in mind for what I want to have made for the story, if that makes any sense. But the only thing that needs to really be adjusted fully right now is the character bios. The character bios are highly contradictory, which makes sense given the fact that I have kind of just, foregone the canon. And for what? I mean, the fact that the Chrome Wars is described being the longest war in the history of man, that means it can't just be made like 50 years ago. Apparently the longest war we've had so far is like 700 years. I don't know if it's still ongoing or if it ended. It feels like or looked like it was an old war. And to have Chrome Wars, be it the longest war involving certain aspects, we need to have some of the, I guess, war sections be, well, I could say this much at least before I start blue screening on what I'm trying to say here. The idea is to have the factions be a more recent addition to this war, essentially. Like, it started... Actually, I could probably pinpoint it more precisely because I have notepads here. I gotta make sure I exit out of the notepad so I don't have to look at the frickin' ads when that occurs. So ideally, the entirety of, the timeline, the year starts in 3131. Scar, born in 3049, started the Sanguine faction at 3079. Which, if we were to do the math here, 3131 minus 3079... that would be 52 years the faction, or at least the concept of the factions was made. Originally, I had Ace as the founder of the Cerulean faction, but, with the amount of time frames and whatnot occurring and, other aspects, I think it was more so necessary to have Ace's father be the one to have created and then gave the reins to his son when his father passes on. I felt like that was probably a better way to go about doing that while still having the Cerulean faction exist from a while ago. And thus, the Cerulean faction was formed by Ace's father in 1391. So the Sanguine was kind of like ruling shit for quite a while. Now you're probably wondering, well, how was the war made before the, factions and all that stuff? Simply put, if you've looked at the Chrome War map, you see that a lot of it is focused entirely among the 4 factions. The idea here is to essentially set it up in a way where all of the governments, all of the countries, everything that all of that ran off of, all of it collapsed because of the war. And it was like very early on. So, like, there's a potential theory. Scientists are predicting the potential of our Earth maybe dying out in 2036-ish, I think it was. something about the point of no return, and then it's probably going to get worse from there because we keep making these, destructive things like AI, for example, probably isn't helping that much with the amount of. We're probably accelerating ourselves into that instance, and with no way to be able to fully save ourselves from our own hubris and whatnot. Humanity was nearly on the verge of extinction. Until eventually someone discovered the ability to manipulate atoms into whatever they want. And thus atomic manipulation was born. Something that I have always thought of ever since I was however old I was, because I don't remember. Atomic manipulation. The ability to create whatever you want simply by manipulating atoms. Now, apparently there is already kind of something like that in the works. I think they call it fission, but I don't know if it's exactly the way I am thinking atomic manipulation would be. But the entire premise of Chrome Wars is built around the technology of atomic manipulation. Makes sense, right? Whoops, don't do that. The ability to essentially create whatever you want at the cost of energy. Now, if you have means to generate energy that doesn't pollute the entire world, and you can generate a crap ton of it, then essentially humanity wins at that point, right? Theoretically, you can create whatever the hell you want, whatever material, whatever food, doesn't matter, so long as there's energy for it, you can create it. It's kind of a process in the entirety of Fade's universe, or Luna's universe, depending on which one you see as the main benefactor of that entire series. That's basically the entire the way things work in that universe. No need for money. There is entertainment currency tokens for those that like to see numbers go up, but all in all, it's like that kind of currency is more so just, you create stuff, you get entertainment currency, or e-coins is what they would call it, that you get when people view your stuff. And if you view other people's stuff, you get some e-coins yourself. Not as much as, what you would get if you created the things yourself and people viewed it, but it's a nice little, incentive for people who want to create and, have people enjoy their creations. You get some numbers go up and boom, everything feels good. Because pretty much in that universe, there's no need for money because you can create whatever you want with atomic manipulation. Now, that's the good side of it. The bad side of it with Chrome Wars is the fact that everything, all of humanity's vile thoughts and deeds and actions and whatnot all contribute to one thing: war. No matter how good this technology is, there will always be some douchebag who wants to rule the world with an iron fist. That's just something that you can't avoid. I would say Luna is kind of also ruling her particular world with an iron fist, but she's at the very least reasonable. She can be a bad girl, she can be a good girl. She'd usually only really be bad in the My Hero Academia universe, and in the, I guess technically she was kind of bad in the Attack on Titan universe because she was helping the Eldians. And now look at them. An alternate version of them now living within that universe. Sasha can be happy having her child with Nikolai, I think his name was. He gets to live with her. Hanji Zoe gets to be happy and alive, gets a new obsession because of what Luna did. All in all, a good ending. And a good alternate ending. It's not like the entirety of the Attack on Titan universe doesn't have its own multiverse, because isn't there like a high school AU, and then there's one where Mikasa is a goth, and there's like some kind of like still a part. I guess that's might still be a part of the high school AU. I'm not sure. Regardless, I have my own AU, or at least alternate version of their universe, which is the original version of their universe changed because Luna went in and fucked up the timeline. I've said it before, I don't need to explain to you my timeline theory, so you know what I mean when I say that you create something in a timeline and things change and whatnot, and then you've got yourself an alternate timeline. The original doesn't change, but man oh man, he's the original Dreek and Bleary. I probably reversed those, but you know what? Dreek and Bleary. That's a word now. Get used to it. We're getting Drick. I already forgot the words. The words I have said and have created have now been forgotten. Thus is the way of failing to speak, I guess. Okay, well, this mountain's a bit too wide for this area, but I will put you in here, and then I will go on ahead and make you 0, 0, 0. I think. I don't know why you're struggling to do the thing. Maybe you're taking a while. Anyways, yeah, no. Back to the original talking point with atomic manipulation and whatnot. That is essentially the whole premise of the Chrome Wars. Atomic manipulation. You see it in a few things, at the very least. You see it with the soldiers, reloading their guns via just taking the mag out and just, bullets reloaded. You also see part of it with Jericho's squad, like assessing their energy count at the current point in time to necessitate is the word I think it is that I'm saying, whether or not they have enough energy for a potential firefight. I mean, it makes sense, right? You want to make sure you have more than enough energy to go around, and if, shit hits the fan. And shit did hit the fan in that story. That is indeed true. I don't know where I want you to be. Are you too thick? You seem too thick. Not gonna lie, your thickness seems too... well, maybe this is fine. Hold on. So gotta make sure there isn't any, conflicting pieces that are visible. If it's not visible, then it's fine. It could be behind something and we aren't gonna lose sleep over it. All we need is for the player to be able to move through here. I guess we can always test that out. But testing it out could be a bit of a pain in the ass. It could be. Not saying it will be, but it definitely could be a pain. Well, I can at least do a little something like this. Where precisely? I don't know. Maybe not here, though. Maybe like right here. You gotta remember, we can just combine some of these pieces together. It doesn't have to be restricted in any way like that. Doesn't have to be, doesn't need to be. Ugh. I'm sure I can find a way. Nope. I'm sure I can find a way to make this. Yeah, there we go. Make it look like it's more close up to that. Which we could do for, like, this entire row here. Like, why not? I got an itch. I got an itch, and it's a bitch. I think this is the same thing. Oh, wait, no, this is smaller. Well, that's fine, I suppose. All right, Bossum. There's going to be a lot more decorating I have to do here, so I don't know how long this is going to take. Of course, it's going to take a while. Okay, this is the part where we need to start, like, getting braziers in. But I don't know if it's going to start here. I think it's going to be, like, here. And I could just make the damn... No, but if I make them, I'm going to have to manually set them... Do I want to go out of my way to do the thing? Is that something I want to do? I mean, I can at least make the brazier. Where would that go? Structures, maybe? Ruins, technically? Torches in a ruin, basically, but... The thing is, it's not... I don't think it's a zone decoration. It's more of a... hold on. It's more of... point of interests. Yeah, technically, it's supposed to be a point of interest. Technically. Yeah, let me work on that. I'll work on that right now. So, yeah, I'm going to need to make created point of interest, so we're going to need skull fires. I don't know why it's not showing all, whatever. I am probably not going to spell this right. Brazier. At least I'm not spelling braziers. Didn't I... I mean, that is spelled right, but didn't I do a name for that here? That's not here. It would be here. You fool. I'm just checking to see if I did or not. Yeah, Bizarre Brazier. Bizarre Brazier. How the hell do you pronounce that? It can't be Brazier, right? Brazier? Brazier. Well, we have a skull here to kind of give us an idea on what the brazier should be. So let's figure something out. Yeah, that entire long stretch of land over here. All right, put this in the center. Oh God, everything froze. Are we good? Feels good, I'll think. Feels good, might be good, might not be good. Right. So that's how we did that. Okay, hold on. Then allow me to take this, put this in the center. Nope, in the center. We'll make this 5 by 5. And we'll put it like here, I think. We don't need this to be all the way here. I mean, I guess we could... Ooh. You're only really going up by 2, so maybe we could do this. Oh, no. We'll do 2. We will do 2 so we don't have this going into something and causing some z-planing. That's also the wrong one. Really making all the wrong decisions here. Okay, yay. I have an idea on what these braziers should look like. Maybe these should be 3. Okay. All right. Because this is going to be slightly different from that, but it still is going to be, at the very least, somewhat similar. Maybe not entirely, but it will share some similarities and whatnot. Yeah, something like that. Oh, or better idea. So we don't have to go through the whole process of that. Wrong direction. We could do this for the sides here. We could bring this to 1. That's not how you grab and move that. Okay. I mean, I don't know why I'm trying to match that. It's not going to be that anymore. What I'm not sure about is how I want these to look. We could definitely have this be like this. Well, hold on. If that is the case, then I'm going to grab all of you, make all of you 3, and then move you up by 1. But only 1. Okay. Okay. Well, that's that section, but now I need to make the brazier parts, I guess we'll call it. That way we can easily separate all of these where they need to be, so then we can just go on ahead and put the skull fire here. Which is, actually, wouldn't that be somewhat different? I could at least make a test. I do have a file that kind of allows that to some extent. But do I really want to go and try to look through the coding of it right now? I should, shouldn't I? Well, I would say maybe at least test out to see what the fire here looks like. I can save. I can run. I can pause. And then we can see. Pause, even though it doesn't matter. That's not pause, you fool. This is pause. That's stopping. Pause. Okay, what does this look like? Ooh. Mmm. Oh. Ooh. Mmm. I could just stick to the scene. I don't know why I'm pausing. Players over there. It's an interesting fire sprite, though. So what, move that down by like 2 or something? I guess. Maybe. Do it again. Switch over to scene. I have the thing muted, so you can't exactly hear it. Do I want this to be here, or do I want this to be? Give me a skull finder. Here. Maybe up one. Yeah, go up one. Huh? No. Up one, dog. Alright. And I guess we could have something like that. Oh yeah, now that's a brazier. Okay. Do I want to do this now is the question. Like, the way this would have to work, because I don't think we have the skull lever set up to increase in any other way other than the level detection. We would have to set up, so we don't have to have so many scripts, a singular script that basically consists, that's gameplay for, that's map scripts would probably be where this would go. So, it's not an event script. Event scripts are something else. Fast travel, laser. It's not an event. I don't know where this would go. Level hub script? Probably would go here, honestly. That's for the mini-map. That's for level completion. This would probably be where the brazier lights go. We could create that. Alright, brazier. Light. Flames? Brazier light up. Sure, why not? But now that means we have to open this up, and then we gotta go through this whole song and dance of remembering which parts had which things for the skull lever and whatnot. I feel like this shouldn't be too difficult. For fuck's sakes, get out of my face. All of you, every single one of you. Also, we're probably going to get something showing up that's going to be very annoying. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's at. All I know is that there's going to be a lot of remembering where I need to go for certain things. At the very least, I know I can do one thing, setting up variables. That one should be easy enough. I'm going to need to have some things set up. I guess we can have the thing be public, but the idea here is public. I think it will be int. It's not long in the first zone. Well, we should just make it long by default. What do we want to call it, though, is the question. I guess skull lever level. We have a public int for, well, if we do have a public int, it should be up here. Public int for zone. Yeah, zone. We could just call it zone. Zone 1. This is the zone 1 brazier. So we change that whenever we need to change it, right? And then there's the whole process of having to create the thing to put the thing where it needs to be put, I think. God, it's been so long, I gotta like remember how I created stuff. This is why I want to get to the point where I can actually start doing this more daily instead of weekly, because my god, I don't remember anything. I don't think I need crate detection anymore, and I don't think I need detect up anymore. I've kept that there for some reason. I mean, we do have stuff here. Is there any way FT laser? You probably tell me how I created stuff, I'm sure. No, you're the fast travel laser. I remember what you are now. That probably is what created it, right? Yeah, instantiate, then I need the transform point. Well, hold on a second now, because there is still an issue of God, it's been so long, I need to like take an hour to refresh myself. For now though, let's just set this up to, get the brazier going as much as I can. So as of right now, I need you to get out of here. I don't think I need a void update for this. This is something that occurs in the start. Basically, we need an if zone is equal to 1. So this is, what do you call it? The zone thing. Then, or not then. And it, not if. And the thing we don't have yet, which is supposed to be whoa, wait, I remember what I was planning on doing so we didn't have so many things here. Now the plan here was to get, I think it's data. I'm going to try not to look at it, but I probably should look at it. Zone 1. I'm going to look at it. I don't remember what this one I don't remember what the number was. Where is it? This one. But also, that's not the right thing. The thing I need is skull lever. No, don't spacebar, you freaking fool. Equals. Right? That's it. Where are you? Where'd you go? This way for some reason. Yeah. Data.zone. Okay, I can do this. This was the first side path, which is above the 4th level. This one's below the 7th level, and this one's above the whatchamacallit. So you are the information that we need. Why have to type it up when I could just frickin' do this? Saves me time and prevents me from wasting all of your time. I guess we could probably go on ahead and have the fire creation be a coroutine. So give me an IE numerator and we'll call it. God, it's been a while since I've done this. I gotta remember. Activate flames. Was it that? I don't think it was. I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, wait, no. I need to use it first. That's, I think. Scope. God, my brain is malfunctioning. I should not be doing this while I am literally half asleep. Coroutines. Start coroutine, you fucking moron. It's so simple. Activate flames. Was that it? Okay, hold on a second. Brain needs to remember. That's right, you need to be in quotation marks. Yeah, I get it. Give me a fucking second. I gotta refresh myself on coroutines. Because and mostly been focusing on zone building and level building and not coding. No, that's right. You just need to actually get used now, so, I think this will still go about doing the if zone, nope, zone is equal to 1, and yeah, you're just getting the. So what would you? Well, we'll do over greater than, so in case. But aren't all of the skull levers at the end of a path? We'll do over then, greater than. It's better to do that than to make mistakes that you don't want to make. So if zone is equal to 1, and skull lever should, let's see here. It starts at 0, you complete the 1 level, you get 1, and you complete the second level, you get 2, and the third level, so greater than 2. This is the part where I gotta make a coroutine, so if I remember correctly, I need game object blue flame. I think it needs to be public, but, you know, just in case, I'll make it public. Laser detect down. So you basically have the instantiate, which that would be, yeah, laser beam. If I go here, you will show me it. Wasn't there a way I could do that without? Because this is supposed to be like laser detect down, that's what creates the damn thing. Well, if we're putting this on the brazier itself, I could just bring the thing up by 1, but have the brazier down by 1, so I don't have to do anything freaking tricky with it. All right, blue flame. Okay, you're telling... Makes sense. That's what I'm trying to create. I want to know why you're being a bitch. Did I mess up the coroutine? I know it's been a while, but I feel like I shouldn't be... You know, this... Return a value. Why would I need a return of value? The idea here is to create the damn thing after this is done doing its thing. Well, you want me to return a value. Isn't there just an easier way to just... Wait, where are you? Do a nice little yield return new, wait for a few seconds, and then that will be enough to shut you up. Yeah. I think. It's been a while, I don't remember what this does. But I'm pretty sure this is supposed to wait for 0.25 seconds, which makes the most sense. Then you do the creation. Not like it matters, there's still a fade in. So having all the flames appear makes sense. And that's pretty much it, right? So that's it. That's pretty much how that's supposed to be. Everything here looks to be in order. We could do a test first before we create everything. Skullfire. Well, if that's the case, I don't really need this anymore. So I will delete you. I will move you down by 1. So now you are where you need to be. You will have the brazier lighting. And on top of that, I'll put the skullfire here for you. So I'm going to have this be set as 1, for example. Now, right now, it shouldn't do anything. No fire should be made. Yeah. Fire not there. Fire not there. However, if I were to say load up a scene, in other words, the quickest and easiest way for me to do this would be to go to main menu, no, start menu, load here, and then load my third save, as I can't hear anything. So I hope you can hear this. I mean, it's showing stuff down there in the thing, so should be. Well, this one we do have. We could use that as a test. Wait, what is this file for? I load it. I'm not going to play any of the levels to get to the thing I need to get to, but I'll load it. Huh. Why am I here? I don't remember what this file was. I'm going to back out. I don't remember what that file was supposed to be for. Me have no clue. No, I'll just go ahead and load 3 since I'm already in the zone. I just gotta travel. That zone was made for some reason, but I just cannot seem to remember. What was it? Ah, whatever. It was made to test something. Alright, let's just head back. God, it's such a long walk back. I should stick to the thing so I don't have to go through this whole song and dance again. Oh, look at those mountains. Those luxurious mountains just in my face. Look, there's the fire! Now, while I'm here, I might as well test to see if any of these are going to get in the way. Well, that one didn't get in the way, so that should be fine. Look at this mountainous landscape. There's definitely a lot more that I can do here. And I can definitely optimize this. I just gotta learn how to do a collision, what do you call it? I don't know why I went there. I guess I just wanted to see what it looked like. Okay, as you can clearly see, the flames are active to showcase that Zone 1 has been complete, or at least Zone 1's skull lever has been complete. I'm going to go ahead and do a save and an exit here. Even though it's sending me all the way back, I'm going to do a save and exit here to do tests. I mean, that's one of the best tests we can do, I suppose. Alright, we don't have to go through this whole song and dance, though. I mean, it makes sense, right? Hell, we can even go on ahead and, well, now that we have the brazier completed, first I'm going to make this 0 as default. Then I'm going to save this into here. Yeah, simple as that. And I will also make this 0, 0, 0. And I will make you 1. So I guess this is where we want to have 1. And I also, I have point of interest, so it makes a lot more sense for me to put this here, right? I wish I could use the mouse wheel to scroll through this, but whatever. It makes more sense for me to put you here. But we'll create your own little section because there's like 33 of you. How much time is left? Like 10 minutes. Well, that's fine. So I think we can rename you Zone 1 Brazier. Yeah, this should work. Wait, no, hold on. That's not how I want to do that. I want to do this. Zone 2 Brazier. I guess the question is, how the hell am I going to do the rest of these? We definitely should have Zone 3 Brazier, like right here. I mean, this being here makes sense because this basically shows you that that this is the brazier for Zone 3. I think. I think we could put it here. We could also put it like closer here. I mean, you're not really seeing much of that, though, is the thing. But if we were to put it here wouldn't really work either. And, oh no, that doesn't cause any Z-planing. Could probably put this more in this area then. If that's the case, we could do something like this. Because the idea here essentially is to have these braziers be in a place where these all can go and do their thing. Okay, so now that we've at least tested one of these, let's test the next one. Yeah, I guess we should do else. Well, no, it doesn't matter because none of these can ever be. The zone is going to be what it needs to be. Oh yeah, I need that public, so if I want to see where it's at, I click on it and see if it's at like 2 or 3, so I know that it's in a good spot. Okay, now we need to go to Zone 2's finish. Probably the easiest one for me to grab. I say as it's nowhere to be found. Wait, where is that again? Finish script. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's think. Main path, split path, split path. Side path is the poison. Side path 2 is the area before the gate in the ice path, the split path 1. 3 is the area going down into the water area. 4 being the secret hidden path into that one area. 5 being. No. 7. 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5, because there's 2 different paths there. 6. And 7 is the one that's the water plant area. Okay, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, because it starts as 0. You complete this as 1 and 2, 3, 4. So side path 6 is what we need, or not side path 6, but we need that. So this is going to take the entirety of this from zone 2. And it'll activate flame. This one is then going to be, it's 2, and skull lever is greater than 4. So make sure it's and, because I did 4 before, not 4. 3, then that should work. And this one is also pretty simple, but we'll go ahead and grab what needs to be grabbed. So this is going to be a work in progress kind of deal. Like, we can still place all the braziers where they need to be. The question is, which one should be which? I think this will still be 2 because of it's a certain circumstance. Okay, how much time do we have left? 5 minutes. So main path, obviously. Though we could, when you have imagine, we have it right here. Main path, split, split. Side path 1, side path 2. Even if this is 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. Regardless, the end goal here is that this is side path 3. Which means I need you. And it's going to be... That's what I want. Put all my finishes in order. Okay. Now, clearly, if we were to load this save again, we would have only these two lit up. But this one would not be lit up. That's another good test. I will also go check to see what each one of these numbers are at the moment. I'll leave that as... it doesn't matter if these are public or not. This can stay as it is. This is just there for me to see, is this thing the number it should be? As my final thing for today, I am going to go and take care of that real quick. X. Should be a quick and easy thing to take care of. Look, I got 2 skull levers pulled here. At the help of the exits bringing me to areas I'm not supposed to go to yet. Okay, here we are. Alright, well, I forgot to change the numbers. It would help if I had changed... I think I changed the numbers, but I'm pretty sure I didn't change the numbers. Yeah, no, didn't change the... I could have probably checked the thing while I was there. Whatever, it's fine. Start menu. Try it again. This time without forgetting anything. Load. I still have to load it every time, though, if I want to grab the information I need. Which is fine. Yeah. So right now, if I go to scene, while this still plays in the background, I click on you. Oh, I see. Why was 2 made here? That's odd. But your number is 3, which makes sense where that's at, and your number is 4, which also makes sense with that, and yours is 0. Because that hasn't changed yet. Why is this creating 2? Did I fucking forget to make this? This is why we test things. Well, at least I know that you work. Not like that matters. Okay, well, that's that for now. There's no point in doing the... there's no point... Well, to this there's a point because we at least have a map that shows us where the things are at. So we can change the numbers to where it should be at. But we'll just have that be a thing we change along the way. There's no reason to, do any of that. I'll delete the timer because I think we're pretty much done for now. Hey, I can litter this with the braziers, and whatnot. I guess. Having this be the place where, all of the zones and whatnot are here makes the most sense. So I guess that's what we're going to do next. Sure, why not? Seems like fun. All we gotta do is just change the numbers of the zone. I don't even know what numbers the zone should be. We got 4A and 4B. What is it? 4 and then 5? Is that the order we're going in? The main paths first, A first, then B, then the next number. I suppose that makes sense, right? Problem is, I gotta remember which one is which so I don't forget. I do have the world map that kind of shows me that stuff, but we'll worry about that later. For now, we did it. We created some braziers, and we have made a mountains piece. I wanted to make more, but I guess I decided to go braziers. So thank y'all for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist, and of course, Brazier episode of Game Crafters right over here, and the most recent episode of Subnautica right over here. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.